everyone, and welcome to the first in a series of species profiles that I plan to share with you over the next few months regarding some of the fish that I'm currently working with in my fish room. In this first episode, I thought it would be cool to introduce you to a fish that I'm sure many of you have never heard of, Alfaro cultratus, also known as the live-bearing knifefish. This fish is found in the Posilidae family, and they're endemic to Central America through Costa Rica and Nicaragua. They're normally found in drainage ditches and shorelines of large rivers with slow to moderate water movement. However, they tend to hide in densely planted areas. These fish feel more comfortable in small schools, and I have found that by keeping them in groups in an aquarium, you can observe more of their natural behavior. Although these fish are not threatened, they are difficult to find in the hobby. I was first introduced to these fish by my friend Greg Sage a couple years back, and upon taking some in to breed, I promised him that I would maintain this bloodline for future hobbyists to enjoy. The most crucial aspect of keeping rare or critically endangered fish is understanding the proper husbandry and skills to maintain these fish, such as water parameters. pH for these fish can go from 6 to 8. The DH can go from 5 to 12, and their temperature from 75 degrees to 82 degrees. I tend to keep these fish at a higher pH and water temperature, along with a handful of crushed coral. I use a couple handfuls of the crushed coral or aragonite to buffer my pH up. My pH usually goes from 7.7 to 7.8. I also use it to mineralize the water and to help stabilize the water and environment over time. I'm currently keeping these fish in a 20-gallon long with a glass lid. These fish tend to be great jumpers. I'm also using a old school box filter with carbon and fiber floss, and also a sponge filter to maximize water quality. Now let's discuss what to expect if you bring these fish home to your aquarium. I find that these fish can be a little nippy and will chase after fish with long flowing fins. I also feel that they outcompete slow-moving fish and slow feeders. That is why I recommend keeping them in a species-only aquarium. And as I have mentioned, these fish feel more comfortable in groups. I prefer, at minimum, a group of 6. Now let's discuss the nutritional requirements of Alfaro cultratus. These fish are omnivore, but also insectivorous. So with that being said, I find that they accept a variety of prepared and live foods. I'm currently feeding various protein and vegetable flakes, freeze-dried brine, daphnia, and bloodworms, live baby brine, grindle worms, microworms, and white worms, and I'm rounding that out with a variety of frozen foods in order to condition these fish for breeding purposes. Now let's take the time to discuss the breeding behavior of Alfaro cultratus. These fish are sexually dimorphic, and the males and females can easily be distinguished. In this picture, we have a male presenting his coned anal fin known as a gonopodium. And in this picture, we have a female presenting her triangular anal fin. The male will insert his gonopodium into the female where he will fertilize the eggs. At 24 days, the eggs have hatched, the babies absorb their yolk sacs, and then are expelled into the water column. It's important to know that these fish are known to predate their fry. Therefore, I will remove a pregnant female and put her in an aquarium by herself with a lot of guppy grass, and then remove her once the fry have dropped. During the first week, I'm feeding fry, powdered food, and baby brine shrimp. It's important to know that at this time I'm doing daily water changes to ensure water quality. At the second week, the babies are graduating to crushed flake and baby brine shrimp. I would also like to mention that I feed the fry 3 to 5 times daily. And at 5 to 6 months, the babies reach sexual maturity where they can continue on the bloodline of your Alfaro cultratus colony. So that's it for this profile on Alfaro cultratus. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and I hope you will consider bringing Alfaro cultratus into your home. To check availability for this fish, visit my website. Thank you for watching, and I hope to see all of you again soon.